Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Enlightened Empath channel. Today's topic is something that's been kind of heavy on my mind. I've wanted to talk about it. It's been keeping me up at night this last few weeks, here and there. And that is the topic of flashbacks. Of course, we're still in the healing process. No matter where you may be in it, if you're in the beginning, if you think you might be in the middle and you're reaching that hump, or if you're kind of on the downward slope and you feel like you're almost there, you're going to get flashbacks. Let's face it, even though what this person did to you was unreal and horrendous, it happened and it was real life. Like, pinch yourself, that really did occur. Um, and as sad as it was, especially towards the end, as much as pain as they inflicted on you with the brutal discard, whether it was them literally just upping and leaving one day, or you walking in on them and them, or them telling you that they're in love with someone else, they can't stand you, they want you out of their sight, out of their life. It doesn't matter. We all are human. Well, at least us empaths. And we're going to have flashbacks, whether we love, hate, or indifferent towards the person, because we still experienced it. Whether it was a year, 6 years, 10 years, it's just a natural part of life, you know? So I'm trying to get these bangs out of my face. Kind of there, not really. Okay, I guess that one doesn't want to go. So, how to deal with these flashbacks? It's easy to fall back into the feeling that you're going backwards in your healing when you're experiencing them, particularly when it's the bad flashbacks. I do that in quotes because honestly, the more I learn, even the good flashbacks are bad because let's face it, everything this person delivered to you was fake. The good, the bad, the ugly. Well, the bad was more real than the good, but just for argument's sake, we're going to say everything was fake because it was. Even their hate towards you, it literally was derived from nothing. Jealousy and envy. That's it. Nothing you did personally. They just envy anyone, especially someone with a beautiful soul as yourself. And anyway, so back to the bad flashbacks. So when you are experiencing a bad flashback, you may be thinking about a fight or something they said to you that was like, it hurt you to the core. Try to, yeah, you can live through that moment again, but be gentle with yourself and remember you were in that relationship for altruistic reasons. You were in it because you genuinely loved this person. You fell in love with them, for better or worse, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything they gave you. You still thought, we can make it through this. Like, literally, as an empath, you are a fixer, and much to your detriment, sometimes you're a fixer, or you try to be, and this person is not fixable. So they said something horrible to you, and in hindsight, now that we have done our research, we know that they only said those kind of things, not personally, but to get a rise out of us, because let's face it, they were starving for fuel at that point. Maybe you had gotten boring, maybe you weren't giving them as much praise as they used to get, or maybe you were, but they're bored with the positive praise. Like, they probably getting positive energy from somewhere else, so they wanted negative from you. And while you're thinking in the flashback, you're remembering what you said maybe back to the narcissist, and you're like, wow, okay, they literally called me out of my name. They called me the B word, let's just say, for instance, especially if you're a woman. Yet what you said back, or maybe you just had emotions, a flurry of emotions, you cried and you let it all, you showed them how much they hurt you, but you didn't really get them back by really saying what you wanted to say to them, being petty and doing that tit for tat. And in hindsight, you feel like, wow, you must have appeared so weak. And you've even been told, well, in the past by them, that you're weak. Don't worry, my fellow empath. Don't let that get you down. Your reaction was a natural reaction. Whether you think, in hindsight, it's strong or not, the high road is always the strong road. So, in the long run. So, yeah, maybe in that moment, they might have felt they won. And in hindsight, when you're getting these flashbacks, you feel like you failed and that there were so many things you should have said and you didn't say them. Don't worry about that. Don't beat yourself up. Your goodness, don't let their rotten spoil your goodness. Um, Whenever in life somebody tries to take, dim your shine, dim your light, you have to remember who you are. And if you're not a combative person naturally, don't make them have you become that way, you know? Um, that gets you nowhere in life. It really doesn't. It doesn't pay off. And you feel rotten inside after. So just remember that. And then even when it comes to the good flashbacks, right? And you're just like, wow, like I remember every detail about this person. I remember how they would touch me, kiss me, hold me. Even though it's sad to say, you have to you got to let that stuff go too, because they did it to you, yeah. But they've also probably done those same things and said those same things to countless other people, especially if they are an older person who's been at it for a longer time. And yeah, they're a little different with different people, but in the beginning, love bomb stage, I think they're probably more, I don't know, I feel like they gotta woo you somehow. And especially if you're a female, men know that we love that affection. Most women love affection. Not saying men don't, but I'm just saying women in general gravitate towards that. So some of those sweet things he said with you, he said that with other people too. But again, you can't beat yourself up for feeling gullible at that. You just have to be realistic and kind of take the lesson that if something seems to be too good to be true, it usually is. And if things are moving too fast, you have to pause, even in your bliss, and take a minute and think, is this normal? Do I know this person well enough? Do they know me well enough? You have to ask these questions. You have to see, especially when things are really going well, going good, you have to see where their head's at and what they want to do in 5 years, 10 years, the future. And a lot of times narcissists don't really have a plan. So that's one red flag you can take. But obviously it's not the only indicator, but I'm just saying that's one of many. But regarding flashbacks, good, bad, ugly, kind of just take it in as it comes. Whether it's in a dream, like a REM sleep dream, or a daydream, or just a moment while you're by yourself, and let it pass. Let those emotions flow through you, but don't let them envelop you, especially if you're further along in your healing, because you don't want to be pulled back down to that dark place. And, just kind of say a little prayer or acknowledge the fact that, yeah, that felt really good at the time, but unfortunately that relationship served its purpose, even though, or shit situationship served its purpose, even if it didn't end nearly as ideal as we would have wanted. um you have to move on with your life, and you can't think of that other person or why they did what to you. And I know it's hard, but take the memories in and let them flow out, just like water. Don't hold on to it, don't force it. And that's all I have to say for today. I'll try and upload more often, because literally I had 2 videos up and I chickened out, pulled them down. So this is my 3rd video, but it's probably going to look like my first. I will try and post something every day, something just to a little short and sweet video until I get warmed up and used to this whole YouTube scene. But anyway, thanks again. My name is Namaste Kim, the Enlightened Empath, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye bye.